The crypto prices, it's so terrible. Trump's not going to save me. BlackRock aren't going to save me. Don't be ridiculous. Crypto, here's Bitcoin, 3 month on 3 month, just reflects these financial conditions and the economic surprises. So the economy is weaker, financial conditions were strong in the past, and Bitcoin has already priced in the entire thing. This is not a recession. This is what happened last time Trump got elected in 2017. Exactly the same reaction by financial markets and exactly the same outcome. The good news is the financial conditions index, which is the dollar, rates, and oil, is rebounding like crazy. Strong conditions lay ahead. The economic surprises index is not finished going down yet. It will go down a bit further. Maybe the Fed will be able to cut in April. I've been saying this forever. This is the entire game. That's what they're trying to do. Economic surprises should be weaker. Then we're going to rebound on the back end, like in a couple of months.
As investors eagerly await a rally in crypto prices, former President Trump has reaffirmed his commitment to making the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. Meanwhile, Real Vision CEO Raoul offers his latest predictions on Bitcoin, crypto, and where the market is headed in the coming week. According to Powell, Bitcoin is on track to hit an unprecedented price milestone, and he foresees a financial tidal wave that will propel cryptocurrency to new heights. With the keen eye of a seasoned investor, Powell highlights the growing significance of Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency market amid ongoing economic uncertainty. Currently, Bitcoin is sitting just above $84,500, up nearly $2,000 in the past week. As fiscal conditions tighten, Powell discusses not only key economic indicators but also the parabolic surge in crypto prices that's on the horizon. He believes the crypto world is on the verge of a massive shift, a seismic event for Bitcoin and crypto in what he refers to as the banana zone. With momentum building and institutions quietly positioning themselves, Powell says the next phase of the crypto cycle is crucial, and he's placing big bets in his portfolio right now. Crypto and technology remain his largest investments this year, and despite increasing his position during the last bear market, Powell remains bullish on digital asset. He gives a portfolio update on which crypto assets hold the most upside in the coming months, especially with major pension funds and institutional investors on board. Raoul is positioning himself for a $10 trillion digital asset class. Let's dive into the interview to hear his latest Bitcoin predictions and insights into where the market is headed. Feel free to drop your comments below. Before we continue with the rest of the video, do check out daily 5-minute crypto newsletter with all the latest crypto and Bitcoin news. It's a fantastic analysis of on-chain crypto data and breakdowns, and the best part is it's absolutely free. They'll cover expert predictions, breakdowns of on-chain crypto data, and any breaking news you need to know, all in a nutshell. Click the first link in the description and enter your email to join over 50,000 others in becoming a better crypto investor right now.
The dollar is the most important input to all of global growth. I have been saying for a long time now, is the strength of the dollar, this is the dollar inverted in pink, the strength of the dollar after Trump got elected leads by 2 months the economy and financial conditions. As Trump was clearly going to start winning, the dollar started rallying, tariffs, whatever it was, and they started rallying the dollar, which is what happened in 2017. And what happens is it slows down global growth. And so the US Economic Surprises Index, the CHSB, has been falling in line with this. Twitter, meanwhile, loses its collective and says, we're going into recession, it's terrible. Scott Bessent told us to. A, Scott was a Global Macro Investor subscriber for a long time. And B, it's not a fucking recession. It is a weak patch in data driven by financial conditions that tightened last quarter. If you look at it going forwards, on a forwards basis, it's been easing fast. So we will see the economy weak this quarter, and then it will start to strengthen from a weaker base. This is not a recession. Don't be ridiculous. This is what happened last time Trump got elected in 2017. Exactly the same reaction by financial markets and exactly the same outcome. Economic data weakened, the DXY had strengthened, then it began to weaken, and economic data followed it, and we got a big boom, and we will see very similar. The dollar drives things like the ISM survey, or this is the services PMI. Services PMI was weak. Everyone's like, we're going into recession. The services PMI is weak. Really, all it's doing is following the dollar. And the dollar is leading and says it will bounce. So it will bounce. And then crypto. Here's Bitcoin, 3 month on 3 month. Just reflects these financial conditions and the economic surprises. So the economy is weaker, financial conditions were strong in the past, and Bitcoin has already priced in the entire thing. So the damage has been done. Okay, what's the good news in all of this? The good news is the financial conditions index, which is the dollar, rates, and oil, is rebounding like crazy. Strong conditions lay ahead. The economic surprises index is not finished going down yet. It will go down a bit further. Maybe the Fed will be able to cut in April or March. No, it's March now. April or May, whatever it is. Maybe they'll be able to sneak in a couple of cuts. If we see the trueflation index, inflation has been falling off a cliff. I think the Fed get cover to cut, which is what they want because they need to roll the debt. The everything code, if you haven't seen it, A, ask the Raoul bot about it. B, watch the videos on it. They need to get rates down so they can roll the debt at roughly around trend rate of GDP growth. So they need to get interest rates down to 3% or lower. Guess what? The Fed today, where do they think interest rates will be? 3%. Where do they think economic growth will be? Around 3%. I've been saying this forever. This is the entire game. That's what they're trying to do. Economic surprises should be weaker. Then we're going to rebound on the back end. The next part of the year is going to be very strong. 2017, those of you remember, was an amazing year. And I think we'll see something very similar. Bitcoin priced in those financial conditions, which were leading by 3 months. Bitcoin's already priced it all in. So it's the worst news is in. My guess, probably up only. The chart you all care about that we came up with and every fucker in the world has copied, Global M2, 10-week lead versus Bitcoin. It's worked perfectly. I didn't expect it to be work as perfectly, but it is. But basically, we're turning the corner and we should start to see higher prices. And the higher prices will come quick, and the higher prices should take us all the way back to the highs pretty soon. Not soon like in a week or two, but soon like in a couple of months.
Raoul believes that the pace of adoption in crypto is the fastest of any investable asset in human history. By the end of 2025, there will be 1.1 billion active crypto wallets. This rapid growth is difficult to grasp, but it signals the fastest accumulation of wealth we've ever witnessed. After years of research, Raoul has concluded that liquidity is the driving force behind it all, and crypto will emerge as the best-performing asset. For months, he's been telling investors that the factors are aligning, and we're now entering what he calls the banana zone, a phase marked by explosive upward movements in crypto prices.
So I think what you've all had to go through is a boring sideways consolidation pattern with a slight down bias. Your alts have been nuked, but nothing out of the ordinary. We saw this in 2017. We've seen it now, and we are very, very close to the turnaround. So patience is all I keep asking for. Stop being so dramatic. It's funny. It's actually boring. It's like you do not get 150% returns a year from an asset without drawdowns. You will have to get used to this. You have to stop worrying at this point in the cycle. We peaked in the cycle earlier in 2021, and we peaked because the business cycle had peaked. This time, the ISM is still low. And so we've barely started the cycle. So I know we all say it's so early, nothing's really happened yet. It hasn't. We had phase one of the banana zone, which was the breakout of that consolidation range. This is the consolidation phase two. Then we'll get into the much more important banana zone phase two. It is all coming. Bitcoin in the business cycle. This is what has helped me through my entire time I've invested in Bitcoin, is this log chart. I showed it all the way through in 2020, all the way through. It works beautifully. We are currently kind of like this 15, 16, 17 cycle. We're still kind of a little bit subdued, but in a beautiful uptrend. Bitcoin's done what, 600% from its low. And then what we will get is, as we hook into the next phase of the banana zone, we will start hooking higher into this. Now, I know many of you say it's diminishing returns, it won't do this, just higher. We'll figure out the rest later. But right now, higher. ISM, the business cycle. The business cycle drives crypto. The business cycle implies Bitcoin implied pricing is low versus where the ISM is right now. But when we start looking at this, this is going to get interesting for you. These are not projections. You morons who want to come troll me on X and saying, you told me this and I demand my money back. I'm not interested in you. I'm trying to give you contextualization. If we get to the 1 standard deviation level by the end of 2025, we're about 210,000. If we get to 2 standard deviations, it's 400, and it's about 800,000 if we get to 2 standard deviations. Now, we've hit 2 standard deviations every other time. Will we hit it this time around? I doubt it, but it's possible, right? What's the probabilities? I don't know. The probability of 210,000, I would say, is like 70%. 412,000 is like 40, 35%. 800,000, I don't know, 20%, 15%. But that's kind of the rough idea. And again, these are not predictions, they're contextualization. But when we look at the ISM pricing, ISM we know is bottoming. It is just coming up from 50. And if you see the ISM in black here, it's cyclical. That's why it's called the business cycle. And it tends to get to somewhere between 55 and 60 something.
Powell's analysis highlights the liquidity cycle as a key indicator for understanding market debasement, signaling a shift in direction. He points to June as a critical turning point, when his weekly liquidity index hit its lowest point, leading him to focus on purchasing Ethereum. Powell also notes the disconnect between liquidity and asset prices, emphasizing that during bull markets driven by adoption and speculation, cryptocurrencies often outperform liquidity measures. Based on these insights, Raoul Pal strongly advocates for strategic investments in cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin and Ether, viewing them as assets that outperform traditional financial institutions and serve as a safeguard against currency debasement and the flaws of the current financial system. What do you think of Raoul Pal's view that investing in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum is a smart hedge against currency debasement? Share your thoughts in the comments below.